Hey guys, it's BladedStrider, and this episode of Ultra Street Fighter 4 is actually going to be a compilation of the replays that I've gotten. So I decided to start playing T.Hawk in Ultra, and the ones that are on the left, for the most part, are me playing, and I'm not showing them because there's a win streak going on, but I'm going to show all the matches that I had with T.Hawk. Basically from when I started to when I ended, which was yesterday. So I'll start off with the first one being a pretty good match against a Dudley, which I lost. And the only other time that I lost was with a Vega. And so basically, I want to talk about my play style now and how I've been playing the game wrong, in my opinion. Now, when I play, I try and, zone out characters, not by spam projectiles, but using T.Hawk's vast amount of normals that have good pokes, like his standing medium punch, like right there, and his medium crouch kick, because now you can special cancel into it. So I've just been using his standing roundhouse, and I've only been getting combos when I need to, and I've been punishing some whiff attacks with T-Hawk's command grab and his tomahawk buster. I may look scrubby, but I'm honestly trying to do my best for T-Hawk because I don't see him as a character with a lot of people that represent him. A lot of people think that he's top tier now, and I really don't care about tier lists at the moment. I'll play anyone as long as I find them fun to play. If I was ever in a tournament and I picked a really low tier character, chances are I'd probably lose, but it's not the fact that I lost that would upset me, it's the fact that I need to probably get better at this game. So as you can see here, I'm getting my ass handed to me, but I'm trying to consistently, not spam, and right there, I at least got him to half health. So now, instead of being a person that jumps in, I mostly neutral jump at this time. So that way, because it was a bad habit for me to constantly jump inwards and outwards for projectiles, because that would always lead me to get punished. And I would always say something like, when I was just beginning, I would always be like, oh, I can't beat that. Why can't I beat that? It's a stupid game. But then I realized, the game's not stupid, it's me. I'm playing stupidly. I'm doing things that I'm not respecting the person by, even if they're throwing out a bunch of different projectiles. I'm not respecting the distance between us, so I have to figure out something to punish this with. And when I started playing T-Hawk, I decided when I start to play character, I'd like to start by doing their trials and going into training mode to learn that character and understand, because the game gives you combos, so I usually use those combos to branch off and make my own combos, even if it's like whenever you go into trials it reverts you to 2012 edition or whatever. I learned from that experience by using the trials as a way of saying, alright, I can get a combo started with this, and what can I do after his close medium punch? Can I cancel that into super? Yes, no, what can I do? So basically, these matches are me trying out T-Hawk, because I've always been a big fan of grappler characters. I did not play Geef that much, and when I did, it was really, really, really basic, like day one Geef, like, oh, okay, green hand, gray hand, and then command grab them when they get up and hope they don't jump straight up instead of forward or backwards. So I wasn't really a good grapple player, so now I'm trying my best to not renew myself, but try and get more characters that people don't like to play, because I honestly like grapple characters. Although I've never played them really well, I love seeing matches with them. I don't see them as boring. I see them as strategic, like you have to position yourself, and T-Hawk's standing roundhouse can destroy Geef's standing roundhouse. Just things like that. How far their attacks can go is not all, it's not all about with a grapple character using their grapples. I mean, obviously, you're supposed to because it's in the name, but you can still beat people by using their pokes, and I've learned for a fact that playing Street Fighter is not always about combos. And I really hate myself for when I first started playing the game, like, oh, it's all about combos. That's all it is. If I don't do good combos, I'm gonna suck, and people are gonna be like, oh, you suck because you can't do a combo. I'm kind of mad at myself about that now because I don't like the fact that that was my play style way back when. So there I lost. That he threw me, and he was a really good Vega player. He's got a lot of BP and a lot of PP, so you can see it. So after this, I decided to go into training, and I was kind of thinking, all right, what can I use? What can I start using to punish people that are throwing projectiles or standing and, like, you know, just constantly trying to get me in the corner. And because I used to play characters that I felt like characters that you have to get into attack with because of the close range, I decided to start playing smarter. I don't know if I'd call it turtling. Probably because I would stand far back. Like, I wouldn't go in, I'd wait. This isn't the best match to say that with, because I didn't actually wait for them to come to me. I kind of just showed them that them throwing fireballs all the time isn't really gonna do anything against me, because I can punish that with Condor Spire or regular EX. But I've been trying my best to start playing defensively and not running in all the time, and it rewarded me with this win streak that I've been getting. So far it's like a 6 or 7. I don't mind, like, I'll probably choke, which is alright because everybody chokes at one point. I don't mind not getting that achievement, like the 10 in a row in ranked match, because it doesn't matter about that. I just want to see if I can do as well as I think I can when I'm playing smarter, because I had Dante PT over, and I'll show you some of those matches in another video about me just choking up every opportunity I had because I kept overthinking, like, all right, if this guy's gonna do a Shoryuken, I gotta punish it with this at this exact moment. No, he told me, and Dante PT doesn't play fighting games, but he knows some terminology from me, so I've told him about things, and so he said, well, what I've noticed is you always jump in, and when you jump in and try and pressure them, you yourself is getting in a bad, you know, situation where if you're kept in the corner, you're gonna try and jump up and get out. No, you gotta start the match by having them come to you, not you go to them. You want to show them that you're ready for their attacks, and you're just gonna wait and sit. You don't have to go in and attack, because right when the match starts, you both have the same amount of health, so just keep neutral jumping or finding a way to get through those projectiles, and you just sit on that until you find a moment where they'll choke up and they'll do an ultra, and that's when you go in and you get that damage and you ultra them or whatever it is. So I started doing that, and my my player points, my battle points, I don't mind about those. It doesn't really matter to me. A lot of people actually were giving me crap because I had like 0 BP with Balrog, but I had a pretty decent Balrog in Arcade Edition. But however, the first person that I fought was actually this really nice Hakan, who was like, oh, this kid has 0 BP with Balrog. Oh wait, well he just bought Ultra Edition. Maybe he has some knowledge. First thing, I just started doing a combo, like trapping him and stuff, and this guy was incredibly nice. I'll put up his gamer tag probably somewhere on the screen, but he was a good fellow, and he congratulated me on winning. He was not sarcastic at all. He was actually impressed with the fact that I knew about Balrog and how well to go against him as Khan. So I was kind of proud of that. We haven't really played much with each other since, so I haven't been able to get in a match with him. But I do play with a few other people, such as Retro Mike on Xbox, and we have pretty good matches. It's just sometimes the lag hinders us. So that's a big problem with playing people that you meet online, is just you don't know how well the connection is. So for the most part, I have fun playing with people. Like, practicing with them. For example, Best One on Lin, he lives really close to me. And if you don't know his YouTube channel, I'll put that in the description or somewhere in the video so you can check him out. But he played T.Hawk and he played El Fuerte, some really low tier characters that people always griped about and were like, oh, they suck. And he's shown me that he's pretty solid with both the characters. So I got interested in trying to play T.Hawk, so I'm like, alright, let's play some T.Hawk, let's see how this goes. I'm gonna try and copy what I've seen other people do using his normals as a way of getting people to stay away. And I tried to be as less scrubby as I could, and I honestly sometimes feel like I'm a scrub. And I'm not afraid to admit it, and if you guys don't think I'm a scrub, you can tell me otherwise, but sometimes I just feel like what I do is so scrubby. Like, I don't wake up ultra, but what I'll do is, I'll sometimes, like, I'll wake up, well, yeah, I kind of wake up ultra there. Obviously, that was a bad point to try and say, but other times I'll wake up command grab, and I feel like a douche because I just woke up in command grab, and that's basically inescapable if you don't know how to neutral jump out of it. But other times I feel like I'm really good with reads. You'll see a match coming up that I do pretty well with reads, and I know what they're going to do for the most part, and I try and go through. Like, that was a pretty good read. The exchange of both of our FADCs. Or not both of our FADCs, my Tomahawk Buster into Ibuki's FADC, and then she threw kunai, so I FADC'd. I thought it was pretty good trade-off. But what I mean is, like, right there, I'm getting pressured. I'm trying to block as best as I can, and now I'm trying to run away like a little loser. But that's basically how grapplers are kind of played. And there I just got destroyed with that kick, which is pretty good match right there. He definitely knows his stuff with Ibuki. He's got a lot of PP, or not PP, BP. So I'm kind of just like, now I'm kind of trying to find what can I punish from this guy. How can I block his combos? I'm not blocking low like an idiot for some reason. I'm being stupid. I'm like, oh, he only hits up. So now I'm trying to catch on, like, alright, I can punish that with a focus attack. And so there I actually tried doing his Condor Spire, and then immediately when I saw him jump, I'm like, I'm gonna punish that because that is really unsafe on your part unless you pull out your super. So that was one of the matches that I felt I did all right at, that I was starting to definitely get better with. From here on, I'm pretty sure it's just close matches. Like, I'm on the verge of losing, and I definitely should stay back and just wait for them to come up to me. But this is when I start. This is when my win streak really starts, when I feel like I am actually doing as good as I can. Not like because I'm put up against, let's say, for example, this is hypothetical. If I was up against a really bad player and they have no clue what they're doing, I'm not happy about winning that way. I'm happy about how I am breaking bad habits of always trying to jump in and like get the life lead in the beginning, rather than just sitting there and waiting and making sure that I can understand my opponent's patterns before I go in. So this is where my wins actually start meaning to me with T.Hawk. So I'm thinking about the players that I'm thinking about playing in this game are definitely T.Hawk's going to be one of them. I want to try and get better with Balrog and maybe redeem myself with either Ryu or Ken. I'm not sure which of the two, because after I had a really bad match a week ago or 2 weeks ago with Ken, that I just got so destroyed that I needed to relearn Street Fighter. So I was like, alright, I definitely need to figure out what can I do and who can I pick to try and be better than Ken, because Ken has he's got good combos, but that's mostly what he needs to be able get the damage that he needs. He doesn't have, like, you know, normals that are really good. So I thought, I might as well go with Ryu. I mean, I started out with Ryu back in 03, not 03. Maybe it was like, yeah, maybe it was 03 when I had my Super Nintendo, because I was a little late to getting consoles that came out. So I played the original Street Fighter on the Super Nintendo with my brother. I started out with Ryu, and my brother started out with Guile. And then my brother told me that the guy in the red gi, which was Ken, was the exact same thing as Ryu, but he thought he was cooler. And I was like, no one could be cooler than Ryu. And then when I played Ken, to me, his characteristics, his more cocky attitude but still friendly attitude was really nice. So I was like, okay, this character works, and he's got a good damage output too. And his uppercut is flaming. I mean, who doesn't want to fucking punch someone in the face and have them like spew fire out their fists or something? So that was immediate, like, all right, this character I like. So that's how I started playing Ken. And when I got beat last week or two ago, that's when I really thought that I need a new character, and that I should definitely give other people a try other than just Balrog and Ken. So now I'm trying Grapple characters for the first time, and I'm thoroughly enjoying playing as T.Hawk right now, and I'm trying to get some Ryu stuff going on, trying to figure out how I can do well with Ryu. I'm watching the videos of the changes from characters from their AE editions to their Ultra. So a bunch of the characters seem to have unsafe FADC from their uppercut moves. So that's something I really need to work on, and that is too right there how I tried focus attacking, because I usually bait out uppercuts or ultras. I held the button too long because I was being stupid and I didn't respect them enough, so I immediately was just like, oh shit, got hit by the ultra. So I gotta stop doing that too. But T.Hawk is one of those characters that I never really knew about until I first got Street Fighter 4 in 2011, because I don't know if I've told this story before, but the only reason why I got Street Fighter was because it was when I was starting to get into fighting games again, that all my friends played FPS, and I just didn't like them because they didn't really, to me, require much skill. I mean, obviously they do, but they didn't require as much skill as I felt needed. So I started trying to play fighting games like Tekken, because I got Tekken 5 because my first girlfriend actually told me about some fighting games that were really good, that she's like, oh, you should definitely try this. So I was like, alright, yeah, sounds good. So she actually got me into Tekken, and after that, I just started playing fighting games over again. I was like, oh, what's another good fighting game series that I remember? Oh, Street Fighter. Played that years ago. Let's try it now. First day I get it, I have no clue what the hell I'm doing with anybody. I was just so baffled. I was like, I don't know how to do anything anymore. First character I picked was Yang, which is a really skill-demanding character, and if you see my first few episodes of Street Fighter Online Matches, I did as much as you think a beginner / scrub would do with Yang when first, like, day one Yang. So I'm not ultra proud of how, see what I did there? I'm not very proud of how I played Yang back then, but then again, I'm not disgusted because I can understand it was my first time playing Street Fighter again, and I kind of just jumped in online rather than just like looking up videos on how to like play characters properly or looking at tournaments. I didn't start doing that until after I started the first like 7 episodes of Street Fighter 4 Online Matches. That's when I started looking up people like I watched Maximilian for a while, but he didn't play Street Fighter 4, so I kind of was like, alright, I'll watch his stuff, but can't really take things from games like Marvel vs. Capcom and use them in Street Fighter. So in the suggestions, I saw The Excellent Adventures of Gutex and Mike Ross, and I was like, huh, never heard of those two before, but let's watch and see how it is. Sure enough, at that time, I became a fan. I watch them to this day still, with the many guests that they have on the show, and I take for I take most of what they say, and that was a really bad trade. I did not think of neutral jumping in a Condor Spire to hit the Ultra One. But I take into consideration what they say, because I feel like both of them are very, very good players, and they both obviously play competitively in tournaments and stuff. So I take what they say, and I put it in my mind, and I save it for later. Like when they do specific matchups, like if someone was playing Cody and they were against a Geef, Mike or Butex would be like, all right, you want a standing roundhouse them, and you don't have to do combos, but you want to just keep them away from you. I take that and I make sure I remember that for next time, so that way when that happens, I can use some sort of information and like not have to do combos in order to win, but win by skill. So that was one of the instances where I honestly enjoyed watching someone play online other than Maximilian. And then I started watching like the episodes that had K-Brad in it, so those are pretty good. And he taught me more about punishing and staying away and stuff like that, so that was even more entertaining, and those are probably my favorite episodes from Excellent Ventures, because I learned more about anything in those episodes than I did just kind of watching normal episodes where they were just like, oh, we gotta beat this one person that they called us stupid, because that way I don't really learn as much as them just show me how good they are against douchebags, which I'm very happy that they kick their asses so many times. But I don't learn as much as if K-Brad or someone was there, because K-Brad teaches me what to do as well as Mike Ross. And so basically that's why I'm starting to try and get more in the tactics that tournament players use, because as a normal player, I can't have someone always next to me telling me what to do, because most of the people that I know do not play fighting games as I would think they would. So most of the people that I know play first-person shooters, so I look to the internet to find people that will help me out by giving me encouraging, like, advice, saying, oh, okay, well, someone's trying to punish you, here's what you do. You punish them with this, or you block against this by doing this. And that's mostly where my knowledge comes from, is from just watching people play, and having people online show me how to play a character, and then I have fun in lobbies, like with my buddies. Like you saw the open lobby shenanigans. That was a pretty fun amount of matches. Although the lag did hinder it a bit, I wasn't super mad about that. I wasn't even that annoyed. I just was disappointed. Like, oh, there's lag. All right, that's fine. But I'm very happy that a lot of people in the fighting game community will help you out rather than just mock you for like, oh, you suck, noob, fuck you, because I've almost never gotten those messages while playing Street Fighter. I always try to make sure that I'm respectful after a match. I did get one that told me I was incredibly stupid and that I should go kill myself. I didn't pay attention to that one because immediately after I found a nice player who I put on my friends list, CQC Soul. He doesn't play Street Fighter as much now, but when he did, he played a really good jury. He and a few others that I met online are the people that made me more positive about playing online, not like afraid of people like telling me to kill myself and diss myself and just stuff like that. So that's why I'm more happy about getting into a fighting game community rather than one like an FPS, because most FPS, I'm not saying all of them do, but most FPS players are incredibly rude and salty about what they do. Like if you do one thing wrong, they'll harp at you and call bullshit and stuff like that. So that's one reason why I like playing games better as well. And playing against a multiple amount of people that I've met online teaches me the different play styles of everyone. Like I've learned that most people wanna, when they get online, they wanna just rush it down, and they just wanna show you basically how you have to defend against them, because they all want to rush you down. They all want to get that damage. They're really, really like focused on doing that rather than just watching the timer and shit like that. So that's why I love the community for the most part for online. But then you do get those really, really rude people online that just ruin your day and make you feel shitty. This is one of the moments that I was playing incredibly stupid. Like, I didn't even think about the situation. I was overthinking everything, and this Cody player was really good. Anyway, he was pretty good. I just didn't punish anything that he dished out that I could have easily punished. I was just playing Hugo because I was like, oh, might as well try getting into Hugo as well. Everyone says that he's pretty bad. I want to see for myself if this character is bad, because that's how I usually judge tier lists. I like to check and see if the character is really as bad as people say, or if people just don't know how to play against the character. And in a lot of situations, people that say low-tier characters are the worst, in my opinion, they're not the worst. Obviously, they're going to be a lot worse than other characters, but it's do you want to have fun playing with a low-tier character, or do you want to be serious and try playing a high-tier character and just not really have any pleasure or enjoyment about it? Because if you can wreck someone with just playing characters like Yun or Sea Viper or Evil Ryu online, you can just do that and not have any sense of pleasure because you're just so used to like beating everyone up. You'll never really get a challenge, in my opinion, if you play a character like that. But if you play a character that you feel doesn't have as many advantages as everyone else, that's what makes the game more of a fun learning experience, because you're learning to go against people that are going to beat you as a character you don't know how to play. It's always, in my opinion, it's always fun learning how to play a character. I've never once hated learning how to play as a character. Well, maybe in King of Fighters when I tried learning Shen, but I haven't done any videos on that. But I'm an alright King of Fighters player as well. But I enjoy thoroughly learning almost every character that I've played. I don't always enjoy how strict some of the character inputs are for specials. That's something I don't like. But something I do like is definitely, I'll pick, as I said before, I'll pick a character that I think is cool. Not necessarily if they're top tier or not. I'll just pick a character if I enjoy the most out of them, and if I like them a lot, I'll definitely keep playing them. Like I know someone on Xbox that I play with sometimes. His name is Spine Reaper. He's in the top 10s or maybe top 20s for Dan. And everyone shits on Dan because they say he's a horrible character. And I asked Andy one time, that was his name, I asked him, why do you play Dan? And he said, it's not because people shit on Dan, it's because of how much fun and enjoyment I get out of playing the character. Because nobody plays Dan really, so when you go up against the Dan, you really don't know what to do. And so he's practiced constantly how to play against characters using Dan, which I feel like is a really good method to countering people that say low-tier characters are stupid and that you shouldn't play them. It's mostly just all about fun. You want to have fun with the game? Try playing characters that you normally wouldn't. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. I mean, unless you have a big ego, which I can be serious about. I'm pretty sure I have a huge ego, because when I lose, I get mad salty. If it's like a really shitty loss, I'll be like, I want to do that again right now, and I'll like keep mashing and I'll play stupid. I won't know what I'm doing. But I basically learned that it doesn't matter what your player points or your battle points say about your character. It's as much as you feel you're skilled. It's not what the game tells you, it's what you feel you are. If you feel you're skilled enough to play online, go for it. By all means, just play online. But if you don't feel you're skilled enough to play online, play in training mode, not training mode, versus mode, and play against a CPU. And when you notice that you're beating the CPU more and more, try changing the difficulty so that you can up it more and more and get better. And then there's also there are people online that you can probably find in forums that'll help you practice and get better that are usually good themselves. And that's another way to get better at the game. So thank you for watching this really, really, really long and drawn-out video about me playing T.Hawk and like learning how to play differently and my stories of me being stupid online. I really appreciate it. So if you ever want to play me or you ever want to see more of these videos, just let me know. Until then, or until next time, see ya.